Outrage is growing tonight after New York State authorities euthanized a local squirrel who became a social media star. As we first reported on Wednesday, the Department of Environmental Conservation seized Peanut the squirrel and a raccoon named Fred during an armed raid at Peanut's Freedom Farm in Pine City. This story made national headlines and is still today. Today we learned both animals were put down.
If you guys have been on the internet for the past couple of days, you've probably seen an image of this squirrel going around the internet. This squirrel here was owned by this guy. His name is Mark Longo. Pretty much how this whole ordeal started was the New York State wildlife officials raided Longo's home on October 30th, citing concerns over public health and legal issues surrounding the ownership of a wild animal. And pretty much the feds did a sweep, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm honestly not sure how long a raid is supposed to go on for, but apparently it took over 5 hours for the officials to go through each and every single part of his home. Apparently, while they were doing the raid, Peanut said that he wasn't going to go out without a fight, so he bit one of the officials, and apparently they used that as a reason to take in Peanut the squirrel and Fred the raccoon to pretty much get euthanized and be tested for rabies. Personally, I feel like it's pretty much overboard to kill this animal then test it for rabies, because let's just go ahead and be honest about this. This squirrel was on social media a lot. You can pretty much just tell off the rip that this squirrel had no freaking rabies whatsoever. And it's incredibly sad for the owner as well, because he pretty much found Peanut at the side of the road whenever he was a baby after his mom got ran over. He tried to raise him and let him go, but unfortunately Peanut never learned or developed the skills to survive on his own. So therefore, you know, this guy pretty much just let the squirrel live inside of his home. And it was also really unfortunate that they were currently in the process of getting all the paperwork needed to maintain wild animals.
We were ready to comply. We were ready to get the paperwork. We were in the process of doing that.
You know what's crazy about the situation is the fact that it does seem like the officials have something against this guy, because they just raid this guy's home for 5 freaking hours, kill his pets, and are just like, it's the law. You know what I mean? And it's New York. Like, really, a state that doesn't care about their stores getting looted or pretty much random shootouts going on a daily basis, but they just care so much about a squirrel living as a pet just existing. It doesn't make any sense. Like, really, I'm all for people not having legitimate wild animals as pets. Like, you just hear the craziest stories with people owning chimpanzees and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or Bengal tigers or lions, you know? But a squirrel who never developed the skills to survive on his own, I just don't understand what the freaking big deal was of this guy just owning that squirrel as a pet. I mean, just look at him. Look at him. He ate waffles and he wore cowboy hats. He was a threat to no one. Even the New York Department of Health pretty much said that it's really, really rare for squirrels to pretty much ever get rabies. I just don't understand why taking the time to make an observation to see if this animal had any symptoms of rabies was just completely skipped over. But anyways, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below.